Alright, hello everybody. This is the Drowning in Pools podcast. And today we're missing a member, so we're just going to have a little fun and talk about League of Legends and some other fighting games like DBZ and stuff. Today we have with me...
Hi, I'm Derek. Came in second online.
And I'm Ipressthebuttons, as always, your average man. Alright, so, what'd you do this week, Derek?
Not much. Started my job, which was pretty cool. It left me very little time to actually play, although I played a little bit of Dragon Ball.
Alright.
Yeah. Serving food. It's fun stuff.
Serving food. No, I've been there. I still am there, actually. I work at my pizza place and I'm a janitor, so that's always good.
What about you? Anything fun?
I played a shit ton of League of Legends. I played a little bit of Under 9 in Birth. Played a little bit of Street Fighter, got my ass handed to me. Played a bunch of League, like I said. I played Nautilus, because that's all I play now. They changed my character, so I had to change characters.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, adapt.
Yes, sure. That's what some people say. Anyways, so... we're going to be talking about the patch notes, right?
The 9.1 patch notes for League. Yeah. Some
crazy stuff in there. There's some crazy stuff in there.
Callista, just massive buff Callista, it looks like.
Yeah, she's looking pretty strong. Doubled her, what's it called? All her damage, pretty much. Well,
yeah, Pierce
for level 1, at least.
Yeah, Pierce got a scaling buff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she got a base attack damage increase.
It's a her Q just got a base buff, not a scaling buff.
No, it's 10 at the first level, 15, then 20, then 25, then 30. It's a scaling buff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then her base attack damage went up, by 5, which is actually pretty big.
Yeah.
Although I think she still does 90% damage on her auto attack, so it's not as big as it looks. And then she also got an insane attack speed growth and damage and speed growth as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Although apparently Rend is no longer a second smite.
Yeah, no longer a second smite, which is wonderful. It's it's still gonna do a shit ton of damage to
monsters and
stuff, but it's not as it's half as much. Literally half as much.
Yeah, so we'll see that. I'm more interested in Ornn.
No, I'm weary. I am scared. That man looks like he's going to be a beast.
Like, he was already relatively hard to deal with because he's a tank that deals massive percentage HP damage.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think the passive thing changing is very worrying for me.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's many items added to his repertoire to upgrade now, so...
like Frozen Fist, which he bought usually anyway, and now he gets an extra 30 armor and 200 mana if he upgrades it.
Can you have more than one upgraded item?
If you're Ornn, yes, because of this patch.
Gotcha.
If you are not Ornn, but Ornn is on your team, you can get one upgraded item only.
Gotcha, okay. Because I was about to say, if you just gave all the upgrades to the ADC, oh boy.
Yeah, no, you can get one upgraded item. And there aren't that many actually good upgraded items. There's for ADs, there's Infinity Edge, which I think becomes Molten Edge or something.
Yeah.
But it's not actually that good.
Now there's Youmuu's for those who do the, what's it called build?
Lethality.
Lethality build, yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, 20 AD and 7 fucking Lethality for free.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's when that... So, you can only do it from when Ornn is level 14.
Yeah. Which is not as bad as it could be.
In high elo, I feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal. But in lower elos where games take forever, that is when Ghostblade is starting to fall off anyway. So
that's just
buffing it then is just gross.
Proper win conditions is what I'm hearing.
It's not even proper win. It's it's making assassins scale better into the late game, or AD assassins. Mm-hmm. And then he also gets the 10 additional armor, or 10% additional armor magic resist from items. So this also compounds on his Forge passive, his upgraded passive. So he can upgrade Frozen Fist and get an extra 9.5 armor from that.
Okay.
And it's like,
yeah,
oh my god,
that's worrying. That is a top lane monster.
yeah. Well, it's like I'm sure for Fiora, for Irelia, for people who can kind of
Mitigate.
do that kind of stuff, it's a little bit easier. But like, I play Riven. Like, I already had trouble with this champion.
Yeah, I played Nautilus. I think it's gonna be about the same.
Yeah, I might just end up taking like Grasp of the Undying or something, and
Gotcha.
into this. Like, that's what I've been doing into Scion, is just taking Grasp on Riven.
I can see that.
He also got Q buffs, kind of.
I feel like Sion's a good matchup for Riven.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Because what ends up happening is, early game, yeah, you just shit on him in lane. But like later in the game, he can just int his face down and gain value from simply existing in the game.
Yeah,
and
that is a thing.
Riven can't do that, so.
Yeah, that is a thing. I forget that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay, so no, his Q got nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
They reduced the mana cost, which is a buff, but everything else, the damage got nerfed and the slow got nerfed as well. Okay, so that wasn't as big as I thought it was.
The E got buff though. It costs less mana, way less mana.
Yeah. Until level 5, in which it costs more. Yeah.
And the Q now stays out until he finishes his dash.
Yeah, which is that's a nice like quality of life buff, which I completely
Agree.
like understand and agree with.
I'm A-okay with that. I like when things get lowered mana, and that's all the buff is. Because oh boy, do I hate running out of mana. That is like
there's a reason I play Riven.
Yeah, I can understand that.
The one thing I do want to talk about for Ornn, though, besides his passive stuff, which is still nutty, is his W. So there's no longer his shield on it, but he's unstoppable again. So, and they nerfed the cooldown by like 5 seconds level 1, which is nuts.
Yeah.
The duration is shorter. The self slow is less, so he can
move.
He can move more. Yeah. And the brittle damage. So if he hits you with the last tick of the thing, and he brittles you, it deals 5% more damage at level 1.
Disgusting.
And 8.5%
more
at max
level. Yeah.
level.
That is just 20. Can you kill with that, or is it like one of those things like those cleavers where?
No, it's maximum health, so you can 100% kill with that.
Gotcha.
If you're below, like, if you have no MR and you have 19% HP, he can kill you with that.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. I'm not looking forward to facing that, although him not having the shield will actually make... Like, I actually like this change. I think it's skill expressive, and I like skill expression in League. And so this is like, okay, hey, I know that my opponent's going to try to CC me here, so I'm going to press my W, and I can deal with that. I still have to deal with the damage, but I don't have to deal with the CC. And, like, I can appreciate that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the damage buffs, but...
The damage buffs are a little scary. That is quite a bit of damage. I play a lot of tanks, so that is quite scary.
Well, it's like, even if you're... Well, because it's max HP, it's like... It's still really gross, even for non-tanks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if it was current HP, then, like, yeah, it would be scarier for tanks, but max HP is just gross for everyone.
Yeah. I can see that. Oh, let's see. You think about
and then his R got some CC scaling, and...
Yeah. Based on travel distance. So, yeah, it's not... I think it's a good patch for him.
Definitely, but okay, so they nerfed basically his R and his Q and put way more power onto his passive and W. Okay, I want to see how this turns out. This looks interesting.
Yeah, the thing with it is that I feel like he's gonna have to think more about when he goes in rather than just going in now.
I think his laning is going to be much simpler because it's just going to be like, can I hit W? Yes, okay, press W.
Yep.
But I think his team fighting is going to be a little bit more.
Question. I think positioning.
Yeah, and like really understanding when to use the W. Sejuani. Health growth increased, base armor increased, armor growth increased, base MR increased, MR growth increased, and AD increased.
Yep.
So basically the only thing that didn't get buffed was her base HP, essentially.
Yeah.
And her attack speed.
So her passive is now 20 with a 25 bonus. So her passive got nerfed, it looks like.
But it also lasts longer after getting hit.
It does.
So she's definitely moving towards like more of an initiation role.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, holy shit.
The damage on her Q has been increased by quite a bit.
20 at level 1 is nuts.
Yeah.
And then it goes up from there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's scaling by 10.
Yeah, that's gross.
So
60 damage at level 5.
At max level, it does 240 damage base, not even scaled. Just base.
Oh my god, that's gross. Why do I feel like we're going to see a bunch of, like,
Sejuani?
Runeglaive Sejuani?
You've already seen it.
Really?
Already seen it.
Oh my god. This is what happens when I take a step back.
Yep.
Oh, and her W is getting buffed too.
Yep. Starting at other levels.
Same?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then getting buffed by 5 every level. Or
every other level, every next level.
Yeah. So 5 level 2, 10 level 3. Holy shit.
15 levels.
What is the point of this? Doesn't she already do max HP with her E?
I believe so.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see what.
Wait, what the fuck?
1 second at all ranks. So her stun got nerfed a little bit. Her range of her stun got nerfed, but her damage got increased
by like a shit ton.
Yeah.
Like actually a shit ton. It is more. It's 2.5 times as
much as
the damage.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So
that is really gross.
I feel like she is going to be more of a Lee Sin type character with her initiations now.
Yeah.
Where she can go in, burst one person, and set up the rest of the team.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
I mean,
this is gross. What I'm expecting people to do is go... Is it... No, it's Runic Echoes. The AP one?
Yeah.
The AP jungle item.
Mm-hmm.
And then go Abyssal Mask. And then start building like full tank from there.
Yeah, I can see that. Because, I mean, if you think about it, that is, 240, 190, and 200. So that's like 800 damage off of just her kit without scaling at max level.
Yeah. Not to mention she's tankier.
Mm-hmm.
In the early, like it's the same early game tankiness, so she can kind of afford to not build HP.
And that's without her ult too. So
yeah,
that's
and any of the scalings.
So that's 800 damage, like at max. Obviously, it's max level, so it's not like the most ridiculous, but that's also without your scalings and stuff. So
well, that's also like
that's just
800 is like half of an 80 carries HP in general. So that's pretty nuts. It's
pretty great.
Yeah. All right, well,
let's move on.
Now I know who to look out for.
Yeah. Jungle Sejuani is going to be making a big comeback, I feel like, with that.
Yeah, I hope so. She's like one of the few junglers I can actually play. It's like her, Graves, and Kayn. That's it.
Now, did you hear about the zap bonus on Jinx?
Yes, the attack speed cast time thing?
Yeah, cool. It shrinks depending on how fast you can attack.
I have. I literally just read it.
Okay, well, hey, guess what? It does that. I love it. I want to play her more. I'm bad at ADC. It's a problem.
Well, you know what? The only way to get better is to practice.
Ugh.
You know what I'm fucking happy about?
Which one?
After like 8 fucking years, finally you get assist if enemies were revealed by Hawkshot.
Really? Finally?
Yes.
That is wonderful.
Finally, the Ashe buff we needed.
It really is an Ashe buff we needed.
Yeah, no, it's actually like I think it's really cool because E used to give gold every time you CS'd something.
Yeah, so that's how you made up for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was definitely, like, cheese strats where you just maxed E and had, like, an extra, like, 400 gold when you backed.
I mean, this was back in the time of Jewplank. Or, bank plank is the better term for it because it's, bank plank is the better term.
Because it's not offensive?
Yeah, exactly.
But, like,
but you get your 3 gold items and you max Hot Shock, and then, by like 30 minutes, you have like
full items,
full set of items. And you're just like, all right, I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I think that's a nice like quality of life buff. And the Q thing is like whatever. If people can't count Qs, it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jace. If Jace casts Accelerate Gate during Shot Blast, cast time he'll now ignore. Okay, so basically you can buffer it. That's whatever. It'll be cool, but like I don't think it'll change things that much. Most good Jace players are kind of already doing that.
Okay.
Shumpo. Okay, so the cast time of Shumpo got changed to. It used to be half before the teleport and half after the teleport. It is now completely after the teleport.
Oh, the cooldown of her E?
No, not the cooldown, the cast time.
Cast time.
So, this is a really weird
Quality
thing
of life.
where essentially... Well, no, it's a really weird... Like, I don't know if any other spell works like this in League, where the ability goes off first and then it has a cast time.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. I gotcha.
Yeah. Like, I can't think of any other ability that works like that.
I can't either, but so they just added it to the after part now.
Yeah, so basically, if she jumps on you, you'll have, like, 0.15 seconds where she can't do anything.
Okay.
As opposed to the 0.075 seconds. So it's still, like, a tenth of a second, but...
I mean, there's a lot you can do in a tenth of a second.
Yeah, you could CC her. Just Sejuani ulti and then melt her.
Yeah. There's quite a bit.
Nasus? Yeah, no, I'm...
Yeah. You're well aware. You're well aware. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone we're talking to is too.
The Nasus buffs. I've been seeing jungle Nasus on some of the streams that I've been able to catch.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can essentially stack well in in the jungle now because of the changes. I don't like this.
I've been seeing a lot of Nasus jungles. Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
I don't either. I think on top of that, Nasus, he can stack faster in lane. He can he doesn't have to completely constantly stack in lane either now. Is the big thing.
Yeah.
Is because before you had to basically, alright, get to lane, get enough gold to get your CDR item, and then get back to lane, get your next CDR item, and then just start stacking from there. Now you can play your lane like a normal person.
And then just stack like 2 minions plus cannon.
Yep. And you'll be fine.
The thing I don't like is that he still has that buff where he can Q, or his Qs are halved upon using ulti, like the CD.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
It is so... Like, I understand it, and it's definitely made him better.
Mm-hmm.
But as someone who doesn't play tank killers, as someone who doesn't play someone who specifically counters Nasus, it's very difficult to deal with, because even if you've kept him from farming a ton, even if you go into the 10-minute mark with 20 or 30 stacks, it doesn't matter if he only has 20 or 30 stacks. He's maxing Q. Q deals... I forget what the base damage on Q is, but it's like 80 or something at level 3.
I think it's 80. Or I think it's like... Yeah, I want to say it's 80. I'm going to look it up real quick. But I want to say it's...
Yeah, right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
It is... at level 3 or 4, it is 70 at level 3 and 90 at level 4.
Yep. So, but you'll have level 4 during laning phase.
Yeah, so it's like you're just doing a shit ton,
and you
for whatever fucking reason.
And with the with his perma slow, that's pretty much what it is. He can get easily like 4 or 5 hits on you.
Yeah, it's just insane. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if he's only stacked 20 stacks, because his Q is now dealing 90 damage every second and a half, and that's like, or an extra 90 damage, so he's getting another auto attack with an extra 90 damage every second and a half, and when you're, level 8, level 9, that's a good, like...
all your HP.
Yeah, that's a good 1/8 of your health, or 8% of your health bar. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a tiny amount, if you still don't have that much HP. Like, I don't like it, because there's no real counterplay to it, besides just, like, don't let him ulti. Or
when he ultis, just run. Just kite away.
Yeah, and that's...
kite away and not engage.
Yeah, but, like, how are you supposed to do that with Wither, Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Okay, moving on from my rant. Boomerang Blade on Sivir. It's a nice little quality life buff.
Yep. Doesn't decrease on champion hit anymore, so, it's alright.
I think it's nice. Like, minions don't get changed, but, like, the damage will be better on champs, and I think that's cool. Vayne is getting the exact same fucking buff
as Nasus.
As Nasus's Q buff.
Yep.
So the tumble cooldown is reduced by 50% while final hour is active.
Does final hour go on cooldown as soon as you pop it?
No, it remains up, and then it
Gotcha. Yep. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
It's like Riven ulti.
Okay.
It doesn't go on cooldown until the actual like ult effect is over.
Yeah, which is really good because that means no cheesing of the what's the item? The give me a second.
Essence Reaver?
There you go.
Yeah.
No cheesing Essence Reaver with that new buff.
I mean, at this point, I don't think you need Essence Reaver.
No, but just if you think about it, that's like infinite invisibility. It'd be like a Kali Shroud with Vayne.
Yeah. I think Vayne's passive lasts 9 seconds, 8 seconds, so... Or not passive, ulti. So...
Yeah, so, I mean, it'd be like having a Kali Shroud while you're Vayne, which would be disgusting. Alright.
So, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, moving on to Xayah, because Vayne irritates me.
Same.
Xayah, root got buffed just by a little bit. 0.25 seconds longer of a root.
Yeah, which is annoying, but they didn't change the damage at all, so I can kind of know what to expect.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
that's fine.
Increasing a root duration is good. I think in lower elo, it's not going to make too big of a difference.
Agreed.
Higher elo, probably, because it'll be easier to chain CC off of it.
Yeah, I think it won't affect most of the player base too much.
No.
Definitely higher elo, we might see this become an actual issue, but like for us scrubs, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then Zyra got the...
I mean, that's why we're in pools, and we can never leave it.
Exactly. And then Zyra got the W buffer buff, but I don't actually think this is going to change much at all.
Yeah. It's quality of life.
Yeah. It's basically just... Yeah, exactly. You basically can put your shit down, like, consistently.
Yeah.
And there have been some changes to funneling, which I think is interesting.
So, how does this one work? Let's see.
So basically, it reduces minion gold by 10 per minion if the jungler... Or these are all the uncompleted jungle items.
Yeah.
So, like, the basic ones, the machete, the talisman, and then the 2, like, unupgraded, like, red-blue smite.
Yeah.
If half their gold is owned from... If half or more of their gold is earned from minions, then they reduce the gold earned per minion by 10. So casters become like 4 gold. I think melees become 6.
I see.
And cannons become like 50 something. So
gotcha. That is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice little buff because that's irritating.
Yeah, like it was dumb that it was just like, oh, if you have unupgraded shit, then it stopped giving you gold at all.
Well, I mean,
but like,
it also prevents laners from taking smite and just grabbing.
Yeah, it does. And it also means that like if you go to gank somewhere and like your laner gets the kill, and you want to help push the wave or you want to tax the wave, like you don't get screwed by not having a completed jungle item, which I think is cool.
Oh.
All right. Hail of Blades buff, kind of.
So new stuff for runes.
Yeah.
Attack speed bonus is nice.
Yeah, so that got buffed probably for like 70% of the levels, and then the last like...
It got nerfed.
Probably like
14
to 18 is like...
last 3 or 4 levels.
Nerf. And then attacks that benefit from an auto attack reset, such as Jack's W, no longer consume Hail of Blades stacks.
No. Okay. So,
which I don't necessarily agree with.
How does that work for Mordekaiser then?
So to my understanding, it would be
the first one when you get it.
His first auto attack would start the proc, and then if you Q reset, then the first Q will not consume a stack.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 will.
Gotcha.
So actually, this is a buff to Mordekaiser.
Okay.
Because how it used to work was you would auto Q, and then 2 of your stacks are gone, so your second auto attack would come out very quickly, and then your third auto attack, your stacks would run out.
Gotcha. So what you do is you get the first stack, auto reset with your Q, and then get the next 2 stacks.
Yeah, so which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm like understanding how this works, if this is how this works, that's cool.
Yeah, which would be nice because that way you could do some crazy stuff with that.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta try that now. Hail Blades on Nautilus.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh boy! Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Alright, attack speed got a 1% buff, which is fine. Celerity got moved back to 10% bonus movement speed
But
multiplier.
it still no longer gives.
Yeah, APAD.
So is it only movement speed from your abilities? Because whenever I bought items that gave me more movement speed, it didn't do anything to it. So I'm guessing it's only abilities.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had to read up on this because I was explaining it to Ami.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, like, it's a short burst bonus movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, your boots give you enchanted movement speed. Like, they're actually different stats.
Gotcha.
And then, like, your Lich Bane and stuff like that doesn't work either.
Yeah.
But, like, A Soul's E, which is technically, like, almost always on, will count. So,
gotcha.
it's confusing.
Okay. So, Rams.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was eyeing it. So, Shield Bash got buffed by
Oh, baby.
good amount.
Yeah.
And
so this is basically to make it more viable for non-tanks.
Well, you know what? I'm still building it on my tank.
Yeah, I mean, like, tanks who already took this are still going to take it.
Yep.
It's just a little bit extra damage that they could use. But, like, this is going to be, like, cool on Riven. You know, I don't think it's going to be fantastic, but, like, I was already taking Shield Bash.
Yeah.
So, why not?
I took it on Nautilus because it's just fun. And, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time.
I second that. It's going to be... Actually, it's going to be a bitch.
It's going to be...
to deal with.
It's going to be annoying to deal with people who can abuse it even better. Because there's no cooldown. It's just every time you pop a new shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like where half of Emax Riven's damage comes from right now is Shield Bash, and they just buffed it.
I really want to try this on Halo Blades Nautilus now.
You know who uses Shield Bash, surprisingly? Is Malphite.
Yeah, I can see that. Because he gets his shield passively all the time.
Yeah.
But,
Alright, so turret assists. Let's move down here.
Yeah, let's move down to turret assists.
Turret assists are basically the same, but also champions... So the new thing is champions who assisted in the turret takedown also count toward local gold distribution. So that's a huge range.
That's a huge range, yeah.
That is basically half of TF's range. It's 2,500 range.
Which is nice.
If your jungler runs away or whatever, then...
So, does it mean by those who assisted as in those who hit it? Or is it still counted as who helped in the last, like, let's say 30 seconds or so? Like, does it...
I think it has to be whoever helped in, like, the last 30 seconds or so. It's definitely like more like an assist.
Gotcha. That way, it prevents funneling.
Yeah.
Or it makes it funneling a little bit more tricky. Because before you'd see the support and the jungler would leave and let the ADC just get all the gold for taking down the turret.
Yeah. I never did that anyway because my ADCs can suck dick.
Yeah, I mean, same, but...
Alright.
I'm talking about, like, at levels beyond...
High levels,
like,
yeah.
levels that we can see in the distance with the telescope, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So,
I mean...
And the rest of this is the same.
Yeah, the rest is pretty much the same, yep. So that's the patch notes.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Everything else is, like, HUD stuff and ping abilities and stuff like that, so...
So, yeah. How's your year of League been going for you? Because I
haven't really played too much.
It's going to be a new year soon, new season. We got any goals for the new season?
I'm like halfway to committing to hitting Diamond, but I don't actually know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know.
My goal this year is Plat 3. I'm just going to get Plat 3. That way I can just go like, alright, I'm good enough to be in Plat. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Good enough to get the Plat.
Yeah, you still want to go ride in the ELO elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with League, yeah?
Yeah, we're done with League. We can stop.
Okay, can I bitch about the Dragon Ball FighterZ meta?
Gonna jump right into it like that?
Oh my god, I hate that.
Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the DBZ meta. How about that?
Okay, So I know you said that it's very, very like common for tag games to have this meta where they do an insane block string and then you tag somebody out, do the insane block string, tag somebody out. Like I understand that is how the game is meant to be, or like
that's 100% how fighting games are supposed to be played that have the tag system. Is you put someone in a situation where they're in a corner and they are eating mix-ups for a good 20 seconds before you even get the chance to take your turn. And then the whole point is to not give them a turn by setting up either a frame trap, a unblockable grab, unblockable setup, something of that nature.
Yeah.
Luckily, most games have a way out of that now. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your rant.
Okay. It's just like... because Dragon Ball is like my first actual fighting game, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is new to me, and it is new to specifically to the Dragon Ball meta.
Yeah.
And so it is very jarring for me because before it was like, okay, we'd see these insane block strings, but because people were doing cross ups and mix ups and stuff like that, and it wasn't just constantly doing this one thing over and over. And as a spectator, because I don't play at that high level, let's be honest, like I don't enjoy seeing that. And like I understand it's the optimal way to play it. I understand that it's like if you want to win, you should do this, but
yeah.
At some point, you have to understand that this game is not simply for the players; it is also for the spectators. And so, some way to tech out of that, some way to, deal with that would be, I think, nice. Because as it stands now, you actually can't tech out of it with how the block strings are being set up.
Yes. And like the Blaze in other ArcSys games, they had the burst mechanic. That was what you're thinking of, a way to get out of it. You had it once per 2 rounds. So if you win the first round, lose the second round, you get it back for the third round.
I'd be okay even with just opening up the tech timing for the throw to be a little bit wider.
Yes, I would agree with that because, man, I get grabbed all the time and I'm like mashing buttons, but apparently I wasn't mashing at the right time or something.
Yeah, fun fact, if you mash the throw button, you have a slightly wider window than if you just mashed any other button.
Okay.
Yeah, because the throw animation apparently has a longer, essentially cast time, and so when it clashes, it has, more time to clash.
So it has more active frames, is probably what you're going with.
Yeah, basically. Or it's, relative to what it needs to register, yes.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing some of the play from Kazunoko Goichi, and it's just the people that they fight, whoever gets in the corner first is just boned.
Oh yeah,
they just don't get to play the game.
Oh yeah. The whole point of fighting games is to keep yourself out of the corner. Do whatever you can to get out of that thing. Because having getting put in the corner is basically like someone tying your feet to the wall and saying, "Hey, fight this man."
Yeah, I understand that. I understand the corner's not where you want to be, blah 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 blah. But it's just
now,
in my experience, as a gamer, it doesn't make sense to me that you can literally force someone to not they can put their controller down and their input on the game is exactly the same.
Now the thing is that there's push blocking, and that's usually one of the big things is finding openings in the string and then push blocking them and then punishing them off that.
Yeah,
which just takes a lot of knowledge of the game and knowing which block strings are about to be used. The problem is that if you whiff a push block, you're screwed. So,
yeah.
I guess it's just something that's been grandfathered in fighting games where no one really bats an eye at it. Because I know Smash doesn't have to deal with that anymore, but they have ledge guarding, which is very similar to being stuck in the corner.
Yeah, a bit.
But I feel like it's more rock, paper, scissors. There's more options for you to get out of a ledge guard situation. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I'm not digging Smash, but I know with Marvel, it was just block, 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 block. There's no.
Yeah, it's just
there's...
all I want is if you block an entire block string, and then get hit by the throw because you literally got hit on the first active frame, even if you knew it was coming and you tried to tech it, like, at some point you just have to say, like, okay, this game is, like, that is a literally unwinnable situation. You know?
I mean, I guess? I mean, that happens quite often where there are unwinnable situations. I know in Marvel 2, there's a lot of times where people just put the controller down when they have one character versus 3, because there's just nothing you can do. So they'll do the Gentleman's Retreat, where they just kind of sit around and wait for the match to be over, and then start the next one.
Dude, but any of them could have been the next Justin Long.
No. You ain't backflipping to safety.
My point is, like, I understand that was a thing in the past, but Dragon Ball Z is a modern fighting game, you know?
Yeah.
And we have the perspective of, like, 30 years worth of fighting games. You know?
I honestly think that it's not as big of an issue because you shouldn't get put in that situation. I mean, I know that's like a dick thing to say, but it's kind of how fighting games are. It's like you either let yourself get put in a bad situation or you figure a way out of it.
I don't know. I think there should be some mechanic to, if you know what's coming,
no,
you should be able to get out of it.
I was going to say, with Arc System games, there's usually a burst. I'm surprised there wasn't a burst in DBZ.
Yeah, maybe that's what is missing. I don't know.
I mean, maybe with the... Isn't there like a Season 2 or something coming out at some point?
Potentially, but that shouldn't change any of the base game mechanics.
I mean, it does often, though. I mean, Tekken Season 2 added wall bounces.
Okay, fair enough.
It all depends on the game and what they're going for and whatnot. Because often with quote-unquote Season 2 or revamped... Because for like Marvel, it went from MVC3 to Ultimate MVC3. And Ultimate added a bunch of new little things here and there. Changed how X Factor worked. Changed the HUD so that way it's easier to... There was a bunch of like quality of life and actual mechanic changes. So it all depends on the game and what the game needs. So, like you said, it may need a burst, so Season 2 might add a burst.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see a burst being really useful and really nice for like the competitive edge in Dragon Ball. Because, like you said, getting put in the corner for 6 years and then getting snapped out to put it into an unblockable mix-up sucks. It really does.
Yeah, it's just like... I don't have a problem with that happening to me, because I can't really tech on reaction.
Yeah.
But the pros who do this, like, for their job, it shouldn't be like, whoever picks the better character with push wins, you know?
I mean, it's not. I can guarantee you that, but...
But you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, I don't know if you ever watched any Marvel Infinite, but
not really, not too much.
There's definitely I forget who did it, but it was Dormammu and I think Rocket Raccoon. I think it was Dormammu and Rocket Raccoon, I believe. They could put you in Infinite Block Sun.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
It got patched out quick. I believe it got patched out. But basically, you put Dormammu could pull out the Rose Garden, which are all these like vines that ate the entire bottom of the screen, and then he would tag out to Rocky Raccoon, and then he would just continue to blast you and put you in block stone with traps and stuff. And then after he did that, he calls the Rose Garden back out, and then switches back and does the same thing over and over again until you get hit. There's like, I think, a couple frames of opening that you can do stuff in, but like other than that, you are stuck.
Yeah, like that, to me, should not exist.
I think that's fun.
I mean, I think it's a interesting gimmick, but I don't think it should be like, I don't know. I guess I come from like
you find it
a MOBA background.
You find it to be a gimmick rather than a staple.
Yeah, well, it's like I come from a MOBA background, so where rather than like certain characters, like that kind of stuff, where it's just like, okay, this dude made an unblockable block string into a snap out. Like, I understand that that's more or less staple in a fighting game, but like from a MOBA background, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Why would you create a game mechanic where, or like
I don't get where I don't
a game
get to play.
state where one player doesn't get to interact with the game?
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather outplay my opponent than like make him not play. You know?
Yeah. See, that's
that's like fighting someone my size versus like punching a baby in the face. Like I'd rather fight somebody my size.
Yeah. See, in video game or not video games, in fighting games, the whole point is to make your opponent a baby. Your opponent should be feeling like they weren't able to accomplish anything. I am supposed to put you underneath my heel and ground you into the dirt.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of fighting games, is that it gives you the ability to just curb stomp people. And when you do, it's the best feeling ever. It's like taking a zombie and just blasting him in the face with a shotgun. It's wonderful.
Yeah. No, like I understand what you're saying, and from a gameplay perspective, I totally get it, right?
Yeah.
Like I totally get from a gameplay perspective that just domination is totally all for it. But like from an esports perspective, that's not fun to watch. You know?
It depends on the game and because with Marvel 3, they had OTKs, one touch kills, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, since everybody had a one touch kill and there was X Factor for the comeback mechanic that allowed for certain resets and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
that everything was game, because any one character could kill any other character.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So even if you get put in these unblockable setups and whatnot, you still had a chance because you could X Factor. So the beauty about X Factor is that while on block stun, you can X Factor and you are now at reset. Like, you are not in block stun anymore. All your inputs are faster and all this other crazy stuff, right? You're faster, your attacks come out faster, you do more damage, yada yada yada. So what you see a lot of times is someone will go in for like an unblockable setup, and then if they time it wrong ever so slightly, you'll block the low or the high, whatever, X Factor, and then block the high.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So if it's one frame off, you can do that.
So maybe I don't know. It doesn't work like that in Dragon Ball though.
Because in Dragon Ball, the way it works is that when you burst and go into your sparking mode, if you mistime it or if the person backdashes, they can then punish you.
Yeah.
Because the thing about X Factor is it's not punishable unless you press the wrong button after X Factor.
Me and every Marvel fight I've been in.
Yeah, well, that's your fault, not mine. But
yeah.
In DBZ, it's you pop sparking. If you don't hit your opponent, you are then punishable for, I think, was it 6 frames, 5 frames? I don't know.
It's a fair amount for something that should be a get out of jail free, or for something that is posted as getting a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. And I don't think you can spark an off block, can you?
No, you need I believe you need to reset. You can also do it if it's not a tight block string,
mm-hmm.
and they try to throw you. You can also sparking there.
Gotcha. See
but it needs to be an untight block string, which is not what the pros are doing right now.
I was gonna say, on top of that, you can't chicken block in that game.
You can. It is difficult though. And there are a lot of lows, so it doesn't make sense too.
Well, no, chicken blocking is great if you don't have a like 6, 7, 8 frame startup jump.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So what chicken blocking is you hold up back,
yeah,
and then crouch and then hold up back, so that way you can't get hit with a high-low mix-up because you're in the air. But the thing about it in DBZ is that you can get hit while jumping. You can't block while jumping. the first little bit of it, the startup frames for it, you'll get beat out every time.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that the hard way. That was I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna just jump back and then dash in, and then no, you're not.
Yeah. So I think DBZ should add a couple more defensive options at the very least for the high levels. Like, I don't give a shit about us scrubs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still auto-comboing people to start, but like,
yeah, I know. Sorry.
Like, I don't care if I get hit by those. Like, it's gonna piss me off personally.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna be the person that could actually tech that through. I'm not gonna be the person that could block that entire block string. Mm-hmm. But like, for the people that actually can play at that high level, they should have something that makes, like, it makes them feel like they have a job.
Yeah.
You know, like they just waste 12 hours a day for God knows how many months just to get fucking hit by one Bardock overhead and get block stringed into eternity.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
But like, I think my big thing with the pros and stuff is that usually at that level you have ways to deal with it other than just get put in the corners.
Yeah.
I haven't put too much time into DBZ, so I can't tell you there. But I know for Ultimate Marvel, because that's the game I played the most. Mm-hmm. You could push block punish people pretty easily. Well, I wouldn't say pretty easily, but you had options.
Yeah, I think you can guard cancel out of some block strings.
Gotcha.
Which will reset, but I'm not quite sure about that because I've never been able to do it. So
resetting into neutral is like it's always an interesting thing with hyper fighters. I know with DBZ the movement is a little bit more it's not as great, not as grand as Marvel. There's no triangle dashing, wave dashing, all that fun stuff, but you do move really fast, so that's what kind of makes up for it.
Yeah.
But alright.
Yeah. Are there any characters you want to see introduced in Season 2?
Season 2 for DBZ?
Yeah.
Let's see. There is Hercule or Mr. Satan. I want to see him.
Hell
him.
Yeah.
I want to see what's your name? P starts with P. Is it goodness, I'm bad with names. Pam? Pam, is that her name?
Pan.
Yeah. Yeah. Super Sentai dude. Oh man.
Great
Saiyaman, but he's in GT, so I don't think you're gonna get him.
He's in Dragon Ball as well.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
All right, then yeah. I would like Great Saiyaman, Pan, Mr. Hercule, Mr. Satan, whatever you want to call him. Who else would be fun to see in that? Maybe a Majin Vegeta, or is that in GT? I don't know.
That's in Z.
That's in Z, yeah. So maybe a Majin Vegeta would be interesting, or trying to think of maybe Mr. Popo. Get Mr. Popo in the game.
Get Kami in the game. Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Yeah. No. I'd also like to see another sword character. I don't know if there is many, but
there's the dude who gave Trunks his sword in the first place, which is Tapion.
Yeah, the fat dude, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
pretty sure he was just like a red-haired dude.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't.
And there's also Janemba from one of the movies.
Yep,
he had a sword.
Let's see. They already got Cooler.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Yeah, just probably another gimmick character, so like Mr. Satan. And another Pan. Probably another female would be nice. Another female character would be nice.
Yeah, I agree. I was actually hoping they bring in like Videl or Chi-Chi.
Videl would be cool. I don't think Chi-Chi would be.
I would love to play as Chi-Chi.
I mean,
okay, real talk.
All right, real talk. I would love to play as Chi-Chi as well. But I don't think they would add her because she hasn't fought in like since she had a child.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
She's like, but I had a kid. All right, we're done. No more of this nonsense.
I agree. But I'd love to see I'd like to see some some like Dragon Ball characters, like from the original Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd also like to see some people like even from GT, even though it's like non-canon for the game.
Yeah.
Like, I will want to. I'm gonna be honest. I really want to see like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta, and Gogeta. Like, if I could get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in Fighters, that's my shit right there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So supposedly, this is just rumors, but because of the new movie that just got released, they're supposed to be adding in. I think it's Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and I think Super Saiyan Blue Brawly. I don't know if he got Super Saiyan Blue. I didn't see the movie, but
I really hope those aren't the characters.
I mean, I think Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta could be cool because
Yeah.
we haven't had Gogeta in an official like canon thing. But
I really hope it's not those characters, man.
I don't know.
That sounds so boring.
I mean, Gogeta has a lot of cool shit, but I'm down with not another Brawly.
I am A-okay with not another Shoto. I guess that would be considered a Shoto for this game. I'd be okay with not another Shoto.
We already have 16 to deal with. Like, god damn it.
I mean, give me like, I don't know, setup grappler. I don't know, or maybe an actual keep away character.
Yeah, I would like an actual zoner.
Like that would be nice. A real zoner. I mean, there's a couple, but I don't.
There's like basically Frieza is like the best one, and he's still not very good at it.
Is it Zamatsu zoner as well?
No, he's more of a pressure character.
Gotcha. What about Furious? I haven't seen him play. I'm sure he's like going ham and then put up orbs and then going ham.
Those are mostly used for Oki because they can be super dash through,
Okay.
so you can't really zone with them.
Gotcha.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Like if they just made them non-super dashable, or like you got interrupted when you took the second ball or whatever. Like okay, yeah, sure, for sure. Like he's a zoner, but like right now he's just like uses him for Oki.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really, really hope they put in an actual zoner. I hate fighting against zoners, but I think the game needs it.
I would agree. They've said that they don't want people to just be able to win by standing back and spamming Kamehamehas, but like,
well, I mean,
you need to have at least one character with the archetype. I think.
I was gonna say like you don't have to stand like. I'm trying to think if any character has anything that's not like okay. Let's just go straight up to this Hercule, right? And make him a zoner because that man takes one hit, he's dead. give him the lowest health percentage in the game. Give him the least amount of damage to kill him. But give him the ability to zone. He sets up traps. He throws grenades. He just stays in the distance and like keeps himself alive the best he can. And then give him.
I would be down for that.
And then give him
honestly.
a level 3 command super where he hands you a present. Because that's how every single game has done his strongest super. He hands you a present, which is just a box of C4. Then he then runs away and presses the button.
I would 100% be down for Hercule being a zoner. I would also be down for him having like one of the highest skill caps in the game. Legit.
Well, yeah, that make it so that way like the zoning is difficult. You can't just let it be easy because everyone's gonna just pick up Hercule and just like infinite stun you in the corner with his. That I do not like is getting infinite block stun in the corner by a zoner. I can if someone's rushing me down and doing the high-low mix-up and stuff, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's when someone sits like 10 years away and then just like, all right, take this beam, all right, set this trap, take this beam, set this trap. So my brother plays Nova, and when I have Hager out, he just sits in the background, chucks javelins, and puts up a force field. And the issue is I play Hager, Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, which is not that great of a team, and he just sits really far away, just chucks those javelins, and I have no way to get past the little field unless I call Iron Fist out to come take the hit for me, which still usually doesn't help too much.
I got you.
Sadness. All right.
Actually, you know what I was thinking about Dragon Ball with the block string things? I forgot. Reflect is in the game. I'm not sure how much it's getting used in Pro, but it is in the game, so maybe that is the option that I was looking for.
You mean push block?
Back key.
Yeah,
yes.
Push block.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You push block an unsafe attack and then you punish it.
Yeah. Or even just get them off you for a quarter second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue with that is if you, like I said, if you time it badly, then you get punished heavily for it. Or
hell yeah.
or if you do it during when someone calls out a beam assist, you push them back, but they still get their beam assist out, which then puts you back in the corner stunned, and then they come and rush you down. So there's that.
Yeah, but I think it's fine.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think we successfully drowned in a pool. Would you like to plug anything, sir?
Follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/CaymanSecond.
All right, and that's I press the buttons, and you can go follow me at twitch.tv. I press the buttons on YouTube, where you're probably watching this, if you're watching this, and if you made it an hour through this video. Yeah, you're there already. Cool. Just go ahead and press the subscribe button. Maybe. All right, cool. And as always, you can laugh at yourself. Catch you guys later.